What's going on, team? Are your sales kind of trailing off, or maybe they're just not picking up, or maybe worse yet, you just don't have any at all? Well, today is the video for you. So, my name is Marcus with Octagon Leadership. I make these videos to help others in the ways that I have been helped out in the past. So if this video is helpful to you, pass it to a fella or a fellette near you. Now let's go on and get into it. So oftentimes we find ourselves starting to dive in and dig into all the numbers. We start looking at all the things that could be happening, right? Like maybe I need this tool, or maybe I haven't learned enough about this particular product, or maybe I need to do the Come on now. Oftentimes we forget about the number one thing we need to be doing, and that's just taking action, getting out there and moving our lips, right? So today I have got a story for you that is going to be talking exactly about this, because oftentimes in our lives, just like in sales, we start thinking of all the reasons not to take action, right? Like, oh, I'll get into the gym when, or I can't go to the gym because.
The way my bank account is set up, the thing is, I got a checking in the savings, but all the money is in my savings. So I got to switch it to my checking, but it's going to take 3 business days.
Right? Or, you know what, I'll start working on those life goals whenever I have this amount of money. Or, you know what, I can't really talk about Jesus to people because I don't know the word well enough yet. So oftentimes in many things, not just in sales, but especially in sales, we do this. We give ourselves all the excuses and the reasonings for not taking some action.
Okay, you know what? Moving too fast. Bottom line, are you in or are you out?
What are you talking? In or out of what?
No time for questions, just action.
All right, today we're going to be talking about the story of Jesus and the Samaritan woman. So if you got your Bible on you, you're going to want to turn it to John chapter 4. We're going to be going kind of in, on, and around it and through it. And in this story, we're going to talk about how we as leaders, or how we as salespeople, can apply these principles to our lives and to our sales positioning, how to help others and get some sales in return, right? So let's go ahead and get into it. Like I said, if you got your Bibles, open them up. Here we go. All right, so we're going to paint the picture a little bit here for you. So Jesus and his disciples are coming into Samaria, and Jesus stops at this well. He says, you know what, guys, I'm going to just chill here for a quick fat minute, get a little bit of water, a little bit of rest. You guys go on in town, go do the things you need to do. Now, he already knew what he was going to do in this moment, and what happens is a Samaritan woman comes up to fill up her pitcher with some water, hence why he was sitting there waiting for her. So that's the scene, that's what takes place. Now we're going to go ahead and get into this story and talk about why and how it translates to what we're doing. Leaders, it's part you need to pay attention to.
Responsive to what I'm going to say. I want you to hear me, okay?
All right, so hear me out. We're going to be talking John 4:9. Let me give you the scripture and you're going to see exactly how this relates to, I guarantee you, many one-on-one conversations you have had with your sales team, right? So, then the woman of Samaria said to him, how is it that you, being a Jew, because remember, they didn't get along too well, right? Ask a drink from me, a Samaritan woman. For the Jews have no dealings with Samaritans. So how does this relate? You ever had them tell you, you don't understand what it's like being out there. You don't know the things that we're dealing with, the no's that customers are telling us, yada, yada, right? You get this same thing. What I want you to do is I want you to pay attention to how he takes a problem that she's having and presents an answer. He doesn't say, hey, your problems aren't valid, or when I once was you. He takes a problem and helps walk her through it, because that's what you need to be doing, all right? So let's talk about what that problem looks like and what the problem solving method is in this scenario, as well as yours. Okay, so let's talk about his response. Well, it's actually just going to be some of it, but the response that we're going to discuss, all right? So in 14, it says, but whoever drinks of the water that I shall give them will thirst no more. But the water that I shall give will come in a fountain of water springing up into everlasting life. So now, are you going to give them everlasting life? Obviously not. You're not Jesus, right? But what you can do is you can give them a mindset or a shift that can take them through all interactions that they're going to have. You always want to go into and you want to pick a specific battle and help them through that specific battle. Why don't you give them some ammunition?
Guns. Lots of guns.
right? So what he does after this, he proceeds to go in and starts telling her all sorts of things that nobody, especially him, should have known, right? This is what your job is to do as a leader. You got to get into what your people really truly need, not just in the job and the thing you're trying to get from them, but what they need in their life so that you can give them the mindset to go in and attack all things. This means that you have to speak the truth, right? You can't avoid it. You can't sugarcoat it. You can't go at them like a jerk.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth!
The truth to your people. That is what they need, and that is what your job as a leader is to do. All right? Salespeople, it's your turn. So we're in the part of the story now where Jesus has done his thing. It's on the Samaritan woman to go do her part, right? So it has to start out with, she has to believe that he is, I am, the Messiah, the one, the only, the true God, right? Like she has to believe that for her actions going forward to make happen. So I understand what but you don't know my manager.
Loud noises!
Stop it. You're gonna have to put your trust in them that the things that they've asked for and the things that they are needing from you are correct, and you just gotta go out and start moving your mouth and doing the thing, right? Let's see how she does it. So 4:28, 29, and 30, right? So 4:28, the woman then left her water port, went on her way into the city and said to the man, like, so she immediately goes and puts this into action, right? So you immediately go take that phone call, go knock that door, go take that up, whatever the case, immediately go get into action. 29, come see the man who told me all things that I ever did. Could this be the Christ? Then they went out of the city and came to him. Like, she immediately goes out. She wasn't prepared. She wasn't, like, it was day one, man. Like, she just went through the onboarding process. She's out making sales straight away, right? She's not, oh, I need to go mirror somebody. No, like, she out in it doing the thing, right? So then come over to 39. She did all things, talks about the conversation she had. And then it goes into, because of the word, the woman who testified, he told me everything I ever did. Right before that, in the very beginning, I skipped it on purpose because I want to end on this. And many of the Samaritans of that city believed in him because of the word of the woman who testified, right? So she immediately went out and goes and she just told them about a conversation she had. She was a storyteller. If you tell stories in sales, that's what wins for you. But you got to get out there and you start moving your lips. She didn't stop and say, all right, Jesus, so what I need you to do is I need you to spend the next couple of years with me, start putting all this stuff into my head. I want to, she didn't do that. She believed, and because she believed, she took the one thing that mattered and just immediately started running her mouth. Like, are you going to have some moments where you get out there and you're going to have to pick up the pieces, you're going to have to learn, you're going to stumble? Absolutely. Are you going to hear no? You sure are.
Did that go the way you thought it was going to go? Nope.
She didn't care about none of that. She just went on and started moving, and that's what you're going to have to do too. So I don't want to hurt your feelings here, but you're going to have to do what she did. You're going to have to get out, get to work, and just take action on it, get moving, go and start having conversations. She was going to people with the one true God. And she still heard some no's, right? It says many of the town. That means there's some that weren't saved, right? There's some that didn't trust her or thought whatever they thought. You're gonna get the same thing in selling whatever product you're selling. So you're gonna have to stop making excuses for all the reasons you can't do this. Oh, well, people are this or economy that. It doesn't matter. Stop drowning in 1 inch of water.
I can't swim! I'm drowning! I'm drowning! Help me!
Yeah, that's you drowning in 1 inch of water right now. And just get out there, start taking action, and start moving your mouth. All right, so now let's answer the question you're asking. Marcus, are you gonna get practical? Are you gonna actually give me some steps on how I can apply this? I'm so glad that you asked. Indeed, I am, sir. 3 steps, or the workout, if you will, right? Like, hey, I'm going to the gym, what are my exercises? These are the 3 main things that you need to focus on to start getting some movement going forward. Both leaders and salespeople alike. Number 1, you got a pen and paper, you got some notes on your phone, because you better. Number 1 is belief. okay? In other words, the mindset. Leaders, it is your job to instill a vision or the correct mindset for your people. Your people, aka the sales team.
Spartans! What is your profession?
You need to trust in the vision that your leaders are setting. You guys have to have a belief as a team that you can go win. You need to think about when you go knock on that door, take that up, or the phone rings, whatever the case may be, or when you pick up the phone and make a call, you need to have the belief that you're going to get a yes. I don't care about the no's, because that's going to happen too. You need to have the belief that every interaction you are taking part of, you are going to help somebody with a problem that they are having, which will result in an exchange of money.
What is he doing?
He's beginning to believe.
So belief is number one. Leaders give it, salespeople take it. All right, so now we're going to talk about number two. That's going to be goals. Leaders, listen to me. Are you listening? You can't just go setting goals because it feels good or that's the bonus you'd like to hit. Goals need to be, you did the math, it worked, you know how to achieve the thing you want to achieve. It needs to stretch, but it needs to be reasonable.
So I'm going to keep this short. Become an employee of this firm, you will make your first $1 million within 3 years. Okay? I'm going to repeat that. You will make $1 million within 3 years of your first day.
That ain't a goal, son. That's a pipe dream. So you need to actually sit down, do the math so that you can give your people proper goals. Peoples, time to get on you again. They did the math. Go out and take the action, right? If it's a goal, they did the math, they explained to you how they got the math, you need to go put the effort forth to achieve those goals. It's not a, oh, I hope so, because you trust that they're not giving 3 people the job of 30. You know that what they set for you is obtainable and it can be done.
Wrong side!
Left side!
Wrong side!
Left side!
Wrong side!
Left side!
All right, so now number 3, otherwise known as trace. Hopefully it's known as trace, or I'm embarrassing myself right now. Yeah, we're gonna go trace. Anyways, now we got to talk about the actions, right? So now it's time to go do the work. You believe in it. You know the goal that you have set can get you there. Now you have to go take the action. You got to start walking it out. Leaders, let me tell you right now, this is where I see a lot of leaders go wrong. You may have to get your hands dirty a little bit, right? Maybe you got to go out there in the field with them. Maybe you got to do something to let them know, hey, I'm not just going to keep talking to you about when I once was or I could have been. Don't Al Bundy your salespeople, all right? No one cares what you did in high school.
I played high school football. 4 touchdowns in 1 game.
What are you doing now? Get out there, get in the trenches with your people. Your peoples, all right? Talking about my sales team. Get out there and put the work in. It should infuriate you to see one of your teammates outdo you, right? What I don't want you being is the number 2 driver in Red Bull. In other words, that's the guy who just always gets destroyed by Max Verstappen. If you don't like my Formula 1 analogies, maybe you should just start watching Formula 1. Anyways, you should want to go out there and be the one doing the dominating. Don't let yourself get dominated. That doesn't feel good. Nobody likes that. So you got to have the belief, you got to have the goals, and you got to take action. Now, if you're still sitting here with me, then that means you're an athletic person that has athletic tendencies. And I appreciate you. So maybe you're sitting here thinking and you know every action needed right now and you can't wait to go enact it. Congratulations, fantastic job. Make sure you send the video to somebody so they can get the same results. Or maybe you're sitting there thinking, Marcus, I need help. I don't understand what the heck's going on. I don't know how to do it. Then what you need to do is just click on the link below. Let's get in contact and see if we can start helping you in your actions and your goals and your beliefs. And as always, we will catch you on the next one.